Already want to thank you for your business wherever you're watching from tonight. Joe Kelly, it was great working with you. Up to you for the call for the finale. They're behind the Home Hardware Building Center starting gate.
14th and final, Tobin Storm. Don't Stand in My Way. Write the Rules. Waterford Girl. Mill Pond Cheyenne, Judicial, and Pumpkin. They're off and pacing in the finale. Tobin Storm down on the inside is away quickly to grab that early lead. Don't Stand in My Way will pocket up second. Up on the outside, Pumpkin leaves alertly, is caught wide there at third as they make their way by the opening eighth. Taking a seat at the rail is Write the Rules in third. Now backing off, that is Pumpkin caught outside and will now find a seat in fourth. Away to pace in five, that's Waterford Girl. Back in six, we find Mill Pond Cheyenne. The early trailer is Judicial. Single file now as the field heads on over to the 3/8, and out front it's Tobin Storm to dictate the early terms, leading it by a length. In for the pocket journey is Don't Stand in My Way second, then followed third by Write the Rules. The fourth one is Pumpkin. Back in five is Waterford Girl. 28-2 was the initial quarter. They continue off the turn and approach the half. No change in the front end. Tobin Storm continuing to chart the path. A length and a half now. Don't Stand in My Way in pursuit. Second, third. That is Write the Rules. Fourth along the inside is Pumpkin. Then starting up on the outside, here comes Mill Pond Cheyenne uncovered. They continue on to the backside now as they race on past the 5/8, and Tobin Storm is the one to take down. Up on the outside, Mill Pond Cheyenne is uncovered second inside and racing third. That is Don't Stand in My Way, followed fourth inside as they make their way past the three-quarters by Write the Rules, but it's still Tobin Storm in control. Outside, second, Mill Pond Cheyenne. Then Don't Stand in My Way. Up on the outside as they continue on past the 7/8 now. And off the top turn, 128-2 was the three-quarters. It's still Tobin Storm in control outside. And braving it first over and hanging tough second is Mill Pond Cheyenne. On down the stretch they come. It's Tobin Storm in the passing lane is Don't Stand in My Way. Tobin Storm, Don't Stand in My Way. And Mill Pond Cheyenne. Tobin Storm will prevail. Turning back, Don't Stand in My Way and Mill Pond Cheyenne. Mile and 159-1.
Here comes a slow-mo replay for the finale. We saw Tobin Storm go right down the road tonight, 28-2, half and 58 and change, 128-2 to three-quarters. And here is the stretch drive. Tobin Storm coming up in the inside is Don't Stand in My Way, and the outside, that is Mill Pond Cheyenne. But Tobin Storm is going to hang on to win it here tonight. Over the three, Don't Stand in My Way, Mill Pond Cheyenne in there as well. So it's 2, 3, 6 unofficially in the finale. We'll see Tobin Storm, Robert Laffin triples up tonight. They're going to the Woodmere Farms Winner Circle next.
Inquiry posted here in the 14th. Judges looking at the racing action, approaching the 5/8 involving 5 Waterford Girl and 7 Judicial. The final winner on this evening's program, now back in the Woodmere Farms Winners Enclosure, that's Tobin Storm. He's a 3-year-old Bay Gelded son of Stag Party. All by Tobin's Storm Stable Group. Trained by Bruce McGee, that's Robert Laughlin's third winner on this evening's program. Tobin Storm taking the finale in 1:59 1/5.